Good morning, yoga friends. Welcome to this morning yoga flow. This is a full body practice to help wake you up and give you energy for the rest of the day. There will be modifications and options for different levels. When you're ready, meet me back in a kneeling position. If your knees are a little sensitive, I advise you place something underneath, like a blanket, for instance, or you can maybe fold your mat. Rest your hands on your lap and let's take a few head rolls to start with. Start slow and gently roll your head around, warming up your neck. Change direction. And then bring the head back to center, gently opening your eyes. Clasp your hands, cross your fingers, and let's roll our hands, warming up the wrists now. And then shake out your hands and come on tabletop. Hands the width of the shoulders, knees the width of the hips. We're gonna sway sideways to start, pressing our hands firmly into the floor. Again, to get our wrists ready. Now you're gonna take larger movement, like making circles with the body. One way first, and then you change direction. Make sure you really press your hands and you do a movement as large as you can. Now come back to center. Let's drop the belly and then move it to our right and lift the shoulder blades to the ceiling and then drop the belly again. So we roll here like barrel rolls one way and then we change direction, warming up the spine. Back to center. Inhale, arch your back, cow pose, look up. Exhale, cat pose. Look at the belly, push the shoulder blades to the ceiling. And then interchange. Inhale, arch. With the pace of your own breath, continue. Exhale, round. Let's go back to center. Tuck the toes under. Hover your knees over the mat and slowly lift your buttocks to the sky with your knees bent. Your gaze is on your big toes, your arms are stretching, armpits are stretching. So the important part is to keep your back long and straight, and then after you keep that, you worry about the legs, okay? So you maybe drop one heel at a time to start. And then take a deep inhale and dropping the knees to the floor, then the chest, then slide forwards and go into Sphinx. Elbows under shoulders, press your feet down, inhale, look up. And then exhale into downward dog. Pause for a breath in. Exhale to plank. Let's keep it for 2 breaths. Push the floor away. On the second exhale, lower your knees. And then your chest and chin and slide forwards into a baby cobra this time. Elbows close to the chest. Inhale. And then exhale into down dog. Final one. Final sun salutation. Inhale into downward dog. Exhale into plank. Strong body. Deep breath. Next exhale, drop your knees to the floor. And then the chest and then the chin. And choose your back bend. You may Choose Sphinx, Cobra or Up Dog with your inhale. And push back into Downward Dog with your exhale. Now lift the right leg up in the air, reach all the way to the toes with your hips square. Bend the knee, bring it to your chest and move into plank. Keep the knee to the chest. And then with your next exhale, you stay in plank, but you extend that right leg above the floor. Three-legged plank. If it's too hard, you can drop the knee here, the left knee. Inhale. Let's drop the left knee. If you can lift your right leg all the way. Chest down, chin down. And let's go to our back bend of choice. Inhale. Exhale to downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg high in the air, all the way to the toes you extend. Inhale again. Knee to nose or chest, bend the knee and go to plank. Three-legged plank. Inhale. Exhale, extend. Extend this left leg straight. If you're modifying, drop your right knee down. Inhale. And let's go to Chaturanga or knee, chest and chin. And choose your back bend. Inhale. Exhale in downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg up in the air. Open the hip to the side, bend your knee. Try and stack the right hip over the left. And keep your shoulders square at all times. Inhale. With your exhale, we move to lizard. Right foot on the outside of the right hand. Move your left foot a little bit more back. Keep your spine long and straight. And then with your next inhale, you will turn your chest to your right with your fingertips of the right hand on your temple. So you stay here and we pause. Attention on your breath. Keep it flowing. In through the nose, out through the nose. Next exhale, go back to center. Right hand down, and then you're gonna take a big step forward with your left foot to place it on the outside of the left hand. Keep your buttocks low, lift your arms and try and draw one parallel line with the upper body and the arms. And then breathe. Keep the weight back through your heels. You can lift your toes to verify. One more breath. Exhale and fold forwards into Uttanasana, straightening the legs progressively and carefully, maybe not fully. Now stay here, inhale. Exhale into plank. And let's move to Chaturanga, maybe with the knees onto the floor. Move with intention and control. Inhale into the back bend. Exhale into downward dog. Inhale, left leg high up in the air. Bend the knee, point it to the sky. Shoulders square. Breathe. Next exhale, go to lizard, left foot on the outside of the left hand. Inhale here. Next exhale, left fingertips onto the left temple, turn to the left. Twist in the chest, let's pause, breathe. One more breath. Exhale and then release the twist, face forward. This time your right foot steps outside of the right hand. Bend the knees and again your squat with the upper body parallel to the floor. Maybe you want to change the arm position and stretch them back. If your shoulders are sensitive, that might be a good option. One more breath. You okay? Exhale and fold forwards into Uttanasana. Legs are more or less straight, upper body is hanging, arms are hanging, head is hanging. Let's take a few breaths. One more breath. Exhale, plant your hands and step to plank. Pause and inhale once. Exhale to chaturanga with control. Inhale into a back bend. And finally exhale into downward dog. Inhale, right leg lifts, hip square. With the exhale, you will step through and come to high lunge. You can take a few steps, of course, if you need to. Arms up, inhale. Your gaze is focused on one spot. Chest is open, our arms reaching upwards. Cross the right arm over the left. Wrap the arms around one another. Maybe you can do 2 turns, maybe not, maybe hands are back to back. It's fine. Be comfortable. Drop the shoulders, lift your elbows. And now we are going to lift the elbows to the sky into this high lunge. Inhale. With the exhale, we're going to bring those elbows towards the front knee, gaze down. Inhale. Exhale, arms back up. And then we're going to lift the elbows again. And now you're going to extend the front leg. Balance is really challenged here. Stay with me. I'm wobbly too. And now we're going to try and hinge from the hips and move into a forward bend. Inhale back to standing with both legs straight. Bend the front knee again. And let's try and move into warrior 3 with these arms. You may stay here if you prefer. Inhale and move into the pose. Come back to standing, left knee up, and let's move into full eagle pose. Breathe in. And let's move back into the, again, warrior 3. And bending the front knee, you step back again into the high plank. Free your arms, plant your hands down, drop your back knee down. Phew. You okay? I'm feeling a little bit tired. Inhale, arms up, low lunge. Lift the chest, lift the gaze, drop your hips with control. Breathe, 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 breathe. One more breath. Exhale and step to plank. One breath in. Exhale into chaturanga very slowly, maybe with the knees down. Inhale into a back bend of your choice. And then exhale into downward dog again. Inhale, left leg up in the air, hip square. Exhale, go to high lunge, 1 or 2 steps, maybe more than 2 steps. Arms up, open the chest. One more breath here with the exhale. Your left arm is on top this time. So you roll your arms, wrap them around. Inhale, lift the elbows, open the chest, look up. Breathe in. Exhale, fold forwards, elbows to knee. Hold for a breath in. Inhale, elbows back up. And then back to center. Take a little step forward with the back foot. Extend the front leg and then lean forward, hinging from your hips. Pyramid. From the pyramid, we're going to bend the front knee again and try and move into our warrior three with our eagle arms. Inhale here. Stand with your right knee up. Bend your knee to the chest. And then go to eagle pose on that side. Either you roll that right leg around the left or maybe just cross it once. Inhale, lift your elbows, drop your shoulders. One more breath. With your next exhale, walk back into high lunge. Release your arms finally. Hands to the floor, drop the back knee. Low lunge, arms up. Choose a gaze point for your eyes. Breathe with consciousness. Arms are stretching up, chest is opening, hips are dropping slowly down. One more breath. Drop your tailbone to protect your lower back. Exhale, hands down. And step to plank pose. So that was a bit challenging. Maybe you want to go to child's pose right now. Or do one more vinyasa. In which case we exhale into chaturanga. Inhale into a back bend. And then exhale in downward dog. If you are in child's pose, you can stay there for a little longer. Just take all the time you need. If you're in downward dog, take one more breath. Exhale, ripple forward and move to plank. If you're in child's pose, you can also move to plank. Inhale. Drop your knees to all fours. Keep your hips on top of your knees. And then reach forwards with your arms. Take your time. Drop your forehead, the top of the forehead. Maybe the chest is open today and you can drop your chest or chin to the floor. Then ripple forward to lie down on your belly. Rest your arms by your sides, lengthen them. And then as you join your feet together, lift them off the floor. And then pull with your arms backwards. Lift your shoulders back, lift your chest. 5 breaths in Shalambhasana. Keep pulling your shoulders back with your arms, with your feet. Keep lifting away from the floor. One more breath here. And then exhale and release slowly and move into tabletop. Now extend a little bit more. Stay with me. There's just a little bit more before we rest. So right leg extends, left arm also forwards. So you're pulling both ways, arm and leg in opposite direction. Now you have options. Maybe you want to stay here because that's already hard, or maybe you want to bend the back knee, pull that left arm towards that right foot and stay up in the air, option 2. Or maybe you can actually catch that foot with that hand and then lift with the foot upwards into tiger pose. Breathe. One more breath. Before we release, we go back into balancing, both limbs pulling in opposite direction. And then with the exhale, we release. Now we're going to come to the knees. Maybe again you want to fold your mat to place your knees on a padded place if it's sensitive. Here you can also tuck your toes under if you like. Keep your hands on your lower back first, elbows pointing back, shoulders back. Take a deep inhale. With your exhale, lift the chest and push your hips forwards. That's option 1. Option 2, you can actually go all the way to catching your heels into camel. One more breath. Coming up, please use your thighs, strength and buttocks, and inhale, come up. Let's go back to the all fours. Are you okay? A little bit more. I know I keep saying this, but this is really a little bit more. Inhale, left leg, right arm up. Extend both ways. Stay here or bend the back knee, extend the arm. Stay here or catch your foot and lift. 3 breaths. One more breath. Exhale and release as you extend both limbs again. Hold. And then finally release. Knees and hands, and then come to the knees again. So you choose whether you pad for your knees, the padding. You tuck the toes under. You place your hands on the low back. Or you want to go to camel, the full pose. Please choose wisely. There is no competition, so there's no better way. It's just the way you feel, right? So inhale first. And then exhale into a back bend of your choice. One more breath. Come out of where you are with control. And then find a seated or kneeling position, whatever feels best for you. Rest your hands on your thighs. Observe the sensations around the body. Observe your breath. Make sure you take deep, conscious breath. With the exhale, you release whatever tension stays or wants to resist. Now, if you're in a simple crossed leg, you can also do this. We're going to place the left hand on the outside of the right knee, and then the other hand, whether on the floor, if we can reach, or on the other side of the hip there. And use the hands to press the floor gently and turn to our right side. Inhale, extend, make space in your spine. And exhale, twist to your right from the belly button. Next breath to this side. Exhale, try and twist more. Inhale, arms up, extend all the way to the fingertips, and then change side. Right hand on the outside of the left knee, left hand either behind your feet or around your waist. And then progress with your exhale. And back to center with your next exhale. Let's change our sitting position. If you're already into the cross-legged, maybe you can try one leg on top, half lotus for a change. If it's too much for the knees, please don't do this. Take a deep breath in. With your exhale, you're going to walk to your left side with both your hips or your sit bones grounded. You will extend your right arm along the ear and progressively release to your left. And don't forget to stretch your hand and fingers. Let's change side. Inhale to center. Keep your sit bones at all time grounded. Walk your right hand to the right side. Extend the left arm along the left ear and then stretch your left side. Breathe mindfully. And back to center with the inhale. Extend your back. Make sure you're comfortable in your legs, or if not, change position. Rest your hands on your lap with your eyes closed. We're gonna do a very short meditation. Take a deep breath in through your nose and a slow breath out through your nose or mouth. Be intentional to release all tension, resistance, blockages around the body. Inhale deeply. Maybe a little deeper than the first time. And exhale slowly and release. Each time you let the body relax a little further. Keep this going for a little bit more. Lengthen in your inhale. Release with the exhale. Allow yourself to enjoy this last few moments of practice. And we finish today with a long, deep inhale and a big sigh out. Thank you. Thank you so much for joining this class. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you feel energized and very ready for your day. Please come back next time. Leave a comment or a like, or maybe subscribe to my channel. And have a great day.